Hi there, I'm Anita Ortiz-Lubke, owner of ShiftSmart AI, the all-in-one marketing and automation platform built specifically for real estate investors and agents. We help you generate consistent leads, automate your follow-up, and scale your business efficiently, all from one powerful platform. In this video, I'm showing you how to create your very own Flux model so you can generate unlimited professional-looking photos of yourself using AI. No more expensive brand shoots, no more wasted time. Just stunning content whenever you need it. What you're seeing right now are images of me in real life, side by side with the AI-generated versions. And yes, you'll be able to do the exact same thing after completing this video. While this video is focused on how to create images of you, you can use Flux to create any image. It's amazing what these models can do. And with AI, the only limitation is your creativity and imagination. Use these images for your Instagram posts, listing ads, websites, presentations, any place your brand shows up. It's fun, fast, and gives you total control over your content for pennies on the dollar. Be sure to visit shiftsmartai.com to learn how we help agents and investors grow smarter with automation and lead gen. If you want to learn more about how AI can help you grow and scale, sign up for our webinar, 14 AI and Tech Tools to Help You Grow and Scale on our site. Now let's dive in. Before we do anything, there are 4 things you need to do. First, you're going to need access to 3 websites. Don't worry, you'll get the links at the end of the webinar. We are going to train our Flux model on a site called replicate.com. In order to access Replicate, you have to have a GitHub account. GitHub is an online platform where developers and teams store, manage, and collaborate on code. Don't worry, you won't be writing any code. But Replicate uses GitHub to access its account, so that's why you must sign up for a free GitHub account and verify your email. Then jump back to replicate.com and create your account. Input your billing information and credit card, as this is where you will be charged for running your models and creating your great images. I don't have this in the video as we'll use it later, but head over to flux.ai and set up an account. This is where we will create strong Flux prompts to generate the best images based on what you want. While all this is loading, the last thing you'll need is 15 to 30 images of yourself. They can be taken on your iPhone. Just make sure you have good lighting. You'll want a variety of poses: smiling, not smiling, front and both sides, hair done in your usual style. The model picked up my hands, so keep that in mind. It also kept my ever-present pendant, so take off any jewelry you don't want to capture. All right, now that we have all the accounts set up and you are in Replicate, you'll find yourself on the dashboard. We first need to train your model, so click Models. Here you will see all the models you've trained. You'll click Create a new model. Now name your model. Short and easy will help you remember the type of model if you plan to do more than one. Make sure you keep your model private. You certainly don't want your model out there publicly for anyone to create any kind of image of you. For hardware, I keep CPU. You can test the others, which will have a small effect on your cost and quality. You can do some research on these if curious. For type of model, pick Fine-Tuned Image Model Flux and click Create. Congrats, you've done the first step. Now, we need to train it with your images. The easiest way to find this link is to click on the guide, Fine-Tune an Image Model link. Then step 3, create and train a model. You'll see the link for Ostris Flux-dev-lora-trainer. Scroll down to destination and you should see your model listed. For purposes of this training, I set up a dummy model called Sucash. Next, upload your zip file of your images. Now, you have to pick a trigger word. When you start creating images, you'll add this trigger word so it knows to pull your images, style, etc. It should be easy to type in, but an odd word, something that won't be easily found in a prompt. You'll see how this works in a second, but for now, use something short. For training steps, you can leave and test at 1,000 steps. I bump up to 1,500 or 2,000. It takes longer and costs a bit more, but it should result in better quality. The same with Laura rank. The higher the number, the longer it will take. Play around and see what works for you. I leave everything else as is or empty and click Create Training. I stayed at 1,000 steps in the end to make this quicker, but it still took about 5 minutes. When it stops running, check to make sure you see a green successful status and you know you've done everything correctly. Jump back to the dashboard and you should see your newly trained Flux model and you are ready to create your first image. Now to build a prompt. Let's try a simple prompt as an example. Type out something similar and then put in your trigger word. You'll notice it turns blue. Pick your aspect ratio. It's important to pick correctly. I have not figured out how to resize a great image and only change one thing. You can always hit tweak the image to change the ratio, but the image will change somehow. It might be your pose, your smile, your clothing, etc. You'll see an example of this later. I leave everything else the same or empty and hit run. Not a great image. So let's try for a better prompt. Here is where Flux.ai comes in. Jump over to Flux.ai and pick the Flux AI prompt generator, which is under free tools. Input the same prompt we just used, make any changes, and click Generate. A full, detailed, optimized prompt will be created. Copy and head back to replicate and add in. Don't forget to make sure your trigger word is in there. Much, much better. I love that my hair is not perfect and my eyes are appropriate for a sunny day. Now we can make small changes, fine-tune it to get what you want. Plan out what you want as best you can early so you don't miss out on a great photo that just has one thing wrong. You'll find you can keep running the model to get all kinds of options. It's a bit addictive, so just know you're racking up some charges, which we will look at in a bit. Again, you can see a slight tweak didn't result in the exact same image with muted colors. It's completely different, but yet the same. Head back to your dashboard and you can see the history of these images so you can come back at any time. They are called predictions. What about the cost? Back on the dashboard is the Invoice tab. You can set a spend limit so you don't go crazy clicking run all the time. Click on each month to see the charges in detail, both for creating and training the model, but also for the images. It's really inexpensive to play around to get what you want. Back on the predictions, here is where you download and tweak. Let's see what happens when you change the image ratio. Same style, same tone, just a different image. If I figure out how to keep the original image and just change one thing, I will be sure to update this video. So far, no luck. All right, now the fun part. What can you do with these images? How can you make stellar looking content in seconds without a graphic designer? Head over to Canva. I know most of you are using Canva, so these are stock designs. I didn't change anything on most of them other than adding an image created from my Flux model so you can see the quality. You can erase the background on these AI images, so you can just overlay it into a photo, which is pretty cool. Use them on business cards, website pages, marketing materials, social media posts, or anything else. You own these images, and they are your content, so no need to worry about trademark issues. Think about it. No more expensive photo shoots, no more time and money for hair, makeup, new clothing. Create images in any scenario, even in black and white. Own your brand and content with a few clicks by mastering this process in these tools. Stay tuned at the end for all the links and instructions to do all of this. You should also have an email with these instructions if you signed up for this training on our site. But before that, if you found this training helpful and want more, I've got you. Just scan this QR code and instantly access a webinar on 14 AI and tech tools to help you grow and scale your business. This hour-long class will share some easy-to-use software tools that you can integrate into any business. Learn how to clone your voice, create stunning presentations in a few minutes, turn one piece of content into 27 with just a click of a button, and learn how to automate your entire business and more. All of these tools are free to low cost and go way beyond using ChatGPT. So if you're ready to dive into AI, just scan the QR code or visit www.shiftsmartai.com. I'd love to see the images you create. Drop me an email at anita@shiftsmartai.com. Thanks for spending a bit of time with me. Have fun creating your images.